What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Liquored Up. I'm your host, Shawn. With me today is Kevin, Kyle, Zach, and Jake. The next topic will be mine, and I would like to talk about the supernatural, paranormal. So,
Ghosts?
Let's take our shots.
Yeah.
Yes, let's take our shots.
You fucking piece of shit.
It's a ghost shot.
Cleaning the room of yours. I don't know where your dirty mouth.
And while they're finishing up, let's go a little further back into our history of our channel.
What's with the quotations?
You're gross.
What is the history?
I don't know, why not?
What is the
The
history?
history's been like
He's
3
quoting
episodes.
I mean, it's there.
Delve
Whatever, it's
way
fine.
back into the depths.
I mean, some people might think that. Who knows? A few episodes ago, so 1 or 2, there are some very extraterrestrial...
That's aliens.
Yep.
Aliens.
We don't know that they're not.
Dog.
I doubt it's
You said the
aliens.
paranormal.
Okay,
You said paranormal.
fine. Ghost-like figure, whatever, orb of light.
Okay.
What are we
It's-
getting?
it's-
What are we getting at?
It is
are
a
they real?
floating orb that only stays around me. So, like, around this wall right here
It's probably above him right now.
and the table. It travels along.
Maybe.
Go back and look at some of our videos. You'll see it for sure.
Maybe you have a guardian angel.
Or
That's
he
true.
made a deal with the
Name
devil.
Hunga Manga Terum Bambadoo.
That guy again.
What
Fuck
the
that dude.
fuck?
What the
Was
fuck
that?
That
was
is your
that?
guardian angel's name. You know
know
it's
what?
real
Hey,
because
you
I
know
can
what?
say it twice.
I'm impressed that you said it exactly the same.
That's a little different. Are you sure?
I
that's his
mean-
brother.
So, do you have a deal with
He's
a
dying.
angel or a devil?
Do I have a deal with an angel or a devil?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so we're gonna go with the paranormal here. There's something that is attracted
It was a
to
ghost.
you.
Something, yes.
Don't say his name 3 times.
No!
So that's 4 times. We're fucked. Man.
So, next time Jake's not here, he died. We are sorry in
yeah.
advance. We will hold a service. If any of
Definitely
you want
died.
to join,
He
please
choked on his
comment below.
pizza.
Yeah. His head started spinning around in circles, and he was a flaming. It's
No,
terrible
for
stuff.
real though, your basement is haunted.
No, I really think your basement's haunted.
Okay, so
I haven't watched the video, I'm gonna be honest. You keep telling me about it. I haven't
So-
watched it.
I saw what he was talking about.
It's a floating
It's a
orb.
floating orb.
I believe in the floating orbs.
It could also be a big ass dust ball.
It's not.
a
Sure.
Do you see a
big-ass-
dust
What?
ball anywhere?
Dust
Do you
ball.
think it's like a 1 foot wide dust ball?
Yep. How do
that
you know
only
it's a
appears
fly?
on every one video per
Kevin,
week?
what the fuck is that on your face,
There,
dude?
it's there right now.
Damn it.
You missed.
It's a mustache.
What are you throwing?
Labels, man. Labels.
All right, so let's
Yellow moon, you know what
branch
I mean?
off a little bit. Has anything besides the orb that seems to be attracted to you ever happened,
Yes.
paranormal
Yeah,
wise?
occasionally
This,
women.
so actually, this happened with me and Jake.
Yes, this did happen. Holy shit! We're getting to this. Oh my god. Okay,
Can I tell it?
you
please?
tell it. I will verify.
Okay.
It was the craziest thing of my life.
So, it's a pretty late night. I would say maybe 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah, you know,
Jake's
normal
sleeping
fucking
over.
high school shit.
We're hanging out. So I decide to go through this old picture album that I have in my room.
We're just looking at old pictures of him from like him
When
and
I'm
his
a kid,
family growing
yeah.
up. Like I used to go over to his house all the time when we were kids, and like his family was like my second family.
So we're flipping through this book, and we come across this picture of my late grandmother. So she passed away a few years ago. I mean, it's been a while. So as I'm turning the page, the picture of her
Blinks.
What do you
So,
mean by blinks?
She blinked.
She blinks. She fucking blinks. I
So,
am not shitting you. She
the
blinks
grandmother
in,
in
this
the
picture.
photo.
In the photo blinks.
As he is turning the page, she blinks, and he goes,
And I
"Did
say,
you just see that?"
yeah.
And I was like, "You mean her blinking?" And we were both like, "Fuck yeah!" Like,
Yeah.
she
I
blinks.
turned the page and I saw it, and I'm like, "Did you just see that?" And I didn't even say anything about her blinking. He says, "You mean her blinking?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Did you drop the book
I
or
closed
run
it.
away from the book?
I closed it, and I've never opened it since.
We were so scared.
That's how you live in a horror movie, man.
How old were you guys?
It was
14,
probably
15?
maybe freshman year of high school. Maybe 8th grade, around that time.
So you were old enough where you weren't seeing things.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this legitimately happened. Like both of us saw her blink, and I was like, "Oh, he turned the page. Maybe my eyes were fooling me." He said the exact same thing, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
That was probably the creepiest thing that's happened to me.
Anything else?
Other than like hearing like noises upstairs when I'm home alone, like sounding like people are there when I'm just the only one there.
I mean, that could be old house.
So I have you covered here. From the time that my siblings were young through now, there have been random nights where
The orb gotcha.
we have all agreed that we have woken up at some point and had like a blanket ripped off of us.
Your fucking cat's always sleeping on my chest. Every fucking time.
Yeah, my cat's ripping my blanket off of me.
Well, I've never had blankets ripped off of me, but
Um,
I'd never fucking survived sleeping in your house.
And this
at
is
night.
gonna seem really
You
funny
never
once we get to
survived.
my topic next.
He's always
because
trying to
it's, like,
fucking
very
murder me.
contradictory of this, but I do very much so believe in like paranormal stuff because of like weird things that have happened to me. There was one time when I was in high school and I was playing guitar in what we call like the computer room in my house. It's literally just a room that has a computer in it. And I used to just, I literally just used to go sit in there and just play guitar and like look up like tabs and stuff on the computer and play guitar along with them. And nobody was home, and I look over and I see somebody like slowly walking up the stairs, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And so directly up my stairs is like a bathroom, so I went and I looked in the bathroom and there was nobody there, and I was fucking terrified because there was nobody in there. And I was like 17 years old. Like that's like past the point where you're like seeing shit as a kid, and I saw it and I was just like fucking mortified that something was like walking up my stairs. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was I'm like fucked up or something. I don't know, but
Maybe it was all the heroin you did.
all the,
before you started playing
all the
guitar.
heroin, you know.
I pushed away from my computer room desk, put down my acid.
So
Wow.
I have another story, not paranormal, but like you said, extraterrestrial. So it's like 3 a.m. I'm like up playing games or something. I'm kind of thirsty. So my room was in the basement.
Aliens.
So I walk upstairs. And then I'm kind of paranoid. So anytime I'm like, I go upstairs or whatever, I check the door, make sure it's locked. I go in the living room to go check the door. I see my little sister standing there, staring out the window. And I say,
Which
what?
little you like youngest?
Not my youngest, the middle
Okay.
one. I say, what are you doing? She says, I'm waiting for the aliens to come.
Nope.
I say,
Nope. That's when you kick her ass out the door and you're done with her.
I say, okay. I go in the kitchen, grab my drink, and go back downstairs.
Okay.
Nope.
She's upstairs with a little piano playing like small
Like,
musical
she seriously,
notes.
you know, remember like how my living room had those 2 big windows? She was, not you.
Remember
She
when
was-
you
I
were
do.
there in his childhood
Like
home?
the biggest window, like that was by like the TV and the piano or whatever.
Like on the left side of it?
Like straight ahead.
Oh, straight ahead. Okay.
She
Yeah.
was staring out that window.
Facing out like right next to the garage.
Yeah. She was staring at that window. I'm like, what? What are you doing? I thought she was like sleepwalking or whatever. She said, I'm waiting for the aliens. I said, okay, I'm out of here.
You have fun with those aliens. I'll see you in a couple of years. Yeah,
What about you,
it's
Shawn?
fucked up.
But, well, before we get into me, wouldn't you be excited, though? I mean, you're an alien buff, right?
So,
like,
I mean, that was a
wouldn't you
while
have
ago.
wanted
that was
I was-
before he was an alien
to
buff.
stare
Because the
out
alien
the
buff
window?
thing is within the past like few years.
Yeah. Before I was just like,
He's just cracking up.
she's crazy.
I'm just like,
Okay, so for
God
me,
fucking-
there's been a few situations where things that I can't explain have happened.
We'll have a
Like-
good one after this.
Like a wind chime that's chiming in the living room and there's no wind. It's just rattling around.
You have a
Some
wind
fucking
chime in your
ghosts.
living room?
The air conditioning on.
I mean,
Fuck you, Shawn! Fuck you!
Trying to sleep, bitch!
no, it was my grandma's house. We had a wind chime in there. Just, you know, she liked to decorate. I don't.
Puts it on the ceiling fan to fuck
It's
with
an odd
everybody.
place to have a wind chime, but I
Ding, ding,
respect
ding,
it. It's like
ding,
a grandma
Well,
thing.
like, it had like an eagle on it. Eagles were her thing. Like, it was just like
Yeah,
part of
fair
the
enough.
Very
decoration. Right? It was just sitting in the corner of the living room. There was no airflow for this to chime. Yet it's going crazy. And no, like, we didn't feel anything. It was just the wind chime. I was like, oh, okay. Time to go outside because I'm not staying here.
So where do
Like,
you
I'm
guys?
good.
Where do you guys think the paranormal events come from? Is this like beyond the grave shit? Is there something that's happening that's not human beings that we can't see? What's going on here?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know. I'm
There's-
not God.
Well,
There's spirits, man.
everyone always says like, "Oh
Spirits.
man, people died in this room." Yeah, fucking a lot of people died all over the place. Why isn't there just shit happening everywhere you go? Why isn't like garbage cans getting tipped over on every street? Bunch of angry people who died too young. Just fucking kick it over.
I think
Honestly, though, if I was a ghost, I'd be pretty pissed too that I'm dead.
And
So
doing
yeah,
nothing.
I'm gonna fuck with people.
But why? But you're like one in how many billions of human lives that have died? Why isn't there just shit happening all over the place? Not like they just die in one spot and that area is a
I
little
don't. I don't know.
spooky.
Like you're saying, I don't know what makes it so special that this person or whatever is trapped.
You gotta get mad enough to have like a ghost tantrum and you can rattle some wind chimes.
Okay.
I'm so mad! Ding 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 ding.
so. I think it's.
Let's fuck with these people.
See that light? See that light? That's right.
I'm gonna create an orb over this guy's head.
Skeptics. This is the skeptics corner.
I think it's a
Fuck
mixture
you,
of
ghosts.
I think it's a mixture of things. I think a lot of the situations that people hear about are all people's imaginations running wild. I think that they see what they want to see. They don't actually see what they
Like in all
think
those
they
TV
see.
shows.
Yeah, like paranormal
there's a
activity or
rocking chair
ghost hunters.
moving.
Like that's
The fucking Ghost Hunter show has been on forever. Have they ever caught a ghost?
I love the shit that
They
they
get like the evidence of a ghost and they get
Bill
scared
Murray
and
did
run
better
away.
than them, alright?
Yeah. They're like, oh, let's run. What we're looking for actually happened, so let's run away.
I love the shit that they
Ooh, there's
invent
wind
is
chimes. Let's
amazing.
get out of here.
But I think there is a small part of the world that actually sees something that's unique and actually supernatural. Like there was this one time, because I was going to say this too earlier, but we kind of went off on a tangent. But there was another situation where we had, at my grandmother's house, a basketball that was in a linen closet in the upstairs hallway. It was closed. It was always closed. It was never really open unless we actually grabbed towels or something out of it. And, you know, it was kind of for odds and ends, too. It wasn't just for towels. So we had, like, a basketball in there, right? So just random. And overnight, somehow that door opened. The basketball rolled down the stairs and landed in a corner of the couch that I think it was my uncle always sat in. And then we were like, oh, you know, that's a coincidence. We picked it up, put it back in the closet. Like an hour later, it did the exact same thing. Rolled down the stairs into that spot
That's
with
crazy.
the
That's
closed
creepy.
closet. Like, I was like, oh,
You said
yeah.
Your uncle sat there?
I think
I'm gonna
so.
take a knife
Was-
and pop this fucking basketball.
Was he a big basketball fan?
Not that I recall, but I think it might have been his basketball.
We're spinning this the wrong way here. All we need to know is that creepy grandma houses are the result of all phenomena that we're seeing here.
So, I have one for you involving my grandmother.
Well, before you get onto
Yeah,
that,
go ahead.
you know, what about Zach, Kyle? Have you guys encountered anything?
No. The
mean,
weird
like-
feeling when you're in the dark room and you got to go up the stairs and
Dude,
turn off the
I
lights.
fucking hate that.
That
feeling.
weird, like, there could be someone about to murder me, but I'm also just being retarded because I'm scared of the dark type of feeling.
Dude, I
Yeah.
always hated going up the stairs in my basement when the
You're
lights
like
are
running
out.
and
You
hitting the
fucking-
light off.
Was there a ghost prickling in
gonna
the
get
back
me.
of my...
It's
You know
just,
what?
it's just
I
that,
don't
it's
know
that
if there's a
feeling
ghost
of
or not.
paranoia.
Yeah. It's
I'm not gonna risk it.
that ghost
I'm
with
gonna book
the
it up the stairs, and then once I'm up the stairs, I'm safe.
He
It's
just
just
blows
that
on the
feeling
back
of
of your neck,
paranoia.
so you
You
get the
just-
little like, whoo.
You get a little
I gotta
paranoid. You're
run.
like, something might be there. So I'm gonna just fucking book it up these stairs to be safe.
Yeah, just to be safe. You
Zach,
never
have
know.
you had anything in your life though?
I mean, like, as a kid, I feel like everybody has an experience with, like, the paranormal.
Well, you know what? They say imaginary friends are ghosts.
I've never had, like, an imaginary friend where, like, I feel like it's real, you know, where I'm, like, fucking
The orb?
speaking
Is your
to, like,
imaginary
an
friend?
unknown object in
don't
front of
think
me
I've
and,
ever-
like, my parents are witnessing or something, you know? I've never had that shit happen to me. But I've been, like, at a friend's house and, like, you hear some noises and you get freaked out, but everybody has that. I mean, maybe that goes further than, like, if I'm probably perceiving it to be, but I kind of just don't give a fuck, so...
Yeah, fuck you, ghosts. One
So-
more time.
Yeah,
When
Fuck you,
I
ghost.
was,
you ain't shit, you're dead.
You're gonna die.
You're
So
fucking
I-
dead.
I'm gonna give you a little backstory here. My dad's dad died when my dad was 16 years old, right? Gonzo. My
Splattered.
You're done. You're done.
The way you just said that.
my mom's dad died.
You know what? I was gonna be like, I'm sorry for your loss.
I was gonna say the same thing.
He's
I was
Gonzo.
about to say like
I've-
I was about to say prayers up.
No,
I've never had a real supportive grandpa in my life. Like
Now
I
you-
have one memory of like the grandpa that was alive when I was a kid, and the story is about him. He died when I was like 3.5-ish years old. You don't have a memory of that time. The only
Yeah, I
memory
do.
I have of him is him bringing me to Old Country Buffet, and I went up to the buffet and got like, you know, all the crap I liked, and he was like, "You should get some cabbage, you'll like it." He didn't like cabbage. I've talked to my grandma about this. This is like the memory I have though, and he was like, "You'll like it, it's good for you." So I got it, and that's like how I decided I liked cabbage apparently. But he died when I was like 3.5. And I'm very close with my grandma. I take her grocery shopping and stuff. Like, I always tell my family she's my sweetheart. Because I just love, like, after grocery shopping, just, like, sitting down and chatting with her about, like, what it was like in, like, the 30s and 40s and 50s.
Can I say something?
Yep.
She broke my heart.
She did break your heart.
I was over at his house. She said, "Oh, you young boys want some ice cream?"
And say, "You young boys want some ice cream."
I was like, "Sure, of course." She had my favorite ice cream. It's like these malt cups that we used to get in middle school. And I'm like, "Oh, I can't wait. I bet she's going to grab that for me." You know, she grabs it and she's like, "You guys don't want this."
She said, "Oh, not these ones."
And she grabs this other booty ass ice cream.
She's thinking, shit, I shouldn't have shown him what's inside my freezer. That's the good stuff.
Ever since then, I'm like, man, she really let me
So-
down.
Grandma, no.
To carry this on, though, my grandpa died when I was like 3.5-ish. My grandma swears, like, he died of, like, heart disease. Like, he had a heart attack on Easter when I was a kid. Went to the hospital. They sent him back home. He clearly wasn't, like, healthy enough. Wheaton. They sent him back home. A few days later, he like woke up in the morning, ended up having a heart attack and dying. Right. I remember my parents like waking me up.
Gonzo.
Gonzo.
He joined the Muppets.
I was just thinking that. Alright, ain't no laughing matter.
No laughing matter. I remember my parents waking me up like in the middle of the night, and they pulled myself and my 3 siblings aside, and they were like, "Hey, your grandpa passed away like during the night." And like this was the dude that introduced me to the Game Boy because he was like really into Tetris and fucking like whatever golf game was on the Game Boy. And so I was like, man, this is crazy. All my siblings like went back to bed after they told us, and I like stayed up and talked to my parents about it because I'm 3.5 and I don't understand like what death is at this point. So like a couple weeks later, my grandma swears to death. She's like laying down to take a nap or whatever, because my grandma ended up like getting cancer afterwards because she was like, in my opinion, she got cancer from being like so stressed from the matter of her like husband and spouse dying that cancer, like her body just like shut down and she ended up like developing cancer. I don't know what the scientific ability behind that is. You would know that better than me. But she swears that she was laying down one night and she felt a hand. Put your hand up. Put your hand up. Grab her hand, and she swears that she heard my grandpa's voice say, "Everything's gonna be all right." And she went into like a really really tough time after he died, and like she swears that like he came and told her that everything is gonna be all right.
Well, if she's sleeping, I mean, like not to
She
not
was,
to throw
no,
shade
it's
on
totally
this,
possible
not,
that she dreamt it,
yeah,
but who
not,
knows?
Yeah, not to throw shade on the situation, but that could have been like a lucid dream. People
Absolutely,
have those all the time.
Absolutely, but who knows, man?
Yeah,
like
who
that shit
knows?
is wild.
Nobody's there to prove it. I mean,
Nobody's there to prove it.
Zach's
Fuck
like,
you,
it didn't
Grandma.
happen.
It
Nobody-
didn't happen.
No witnesses.
Fuck you and your grandpa.
I'm just saying.
Where's
like,
the
no
videotape,
witness.
bitch?
I mean, like, that's still fucked up though.
That's
I've
not
heard-
the
I've
first
heard
It's
time.
stories-
wild, man. Like
I've
whether
heard-
it happened or not, it's wild.
I've heard stories of people that, you know, they go to bed with, and then like their loved one or like their, you know, something happens and they go to bed and all of a sudden it's just like somebody's right next to them and they're like sleeping, you know, they're spooning, and then they're like nobody's there. Like
Patrick
I've
Swayze.
heard that a couple times. Yeah, like that's maybe it's just because like. maybe it's just because like that's happened before so many times that like it's almost just like it's just a reaction you get, but that's still kind of fucked up, especially like if you really feel it and you just
Or there's a
she,
ghost.
she swears
It's
to
a-
God it was
it's
him
the
grabbing her hand.
paranormal.
Let me ask you this: do you know if that like gave her any like closure or comfort at all?
It wouldn't for me. Hell
It
no.
did to an extent. I mean, I don't want to go into like all of the problems she had once he passed away because it was a lot, but which I didn't find out about until recently. But like she had a lot of like trouble dealing with the like him passing away.
Yeah.
So whether or not it actually happened, who the hell knows? But it's still like creepy and wild. Like she
Yeah.
legitimately says like she felt it and it was his hand. Like she could feel that it was his hand, and then she heard his voice. Like
That would fuck with me.
that is some wild shit.
Lucid-
And my
Lucid-
grandpa was a good ass fucking dude. Like
lucid dream or not, that would fuck with me.
yeah,
Real
like
bad.
like I believe that like whether there's a heaven or hell, we'll get to that in the next topic.
Spoiler
Probably
alert!
not the next
Spoiler
topic.
alert. Like whether there is or not, like I honestly like my idol in my life is my grandpa, because like he worked at like a shop his whole life. He ended up owning a business, but like throughout his whole life, if anybody came to him and they were like, "Hey, we need help," he would be like, "Here's a couple $100 to help you." Like he was like the best fucking dude ever.
He was a Don
What the hell is
Corleone.
that noise in the background?
Fuck was that?
This dude is like,
some terrifying ass shit.
I'll give
Yeah.
you some money for your family.
But-
So
But like
you mean,
he was legitimately like a good dude and like always wanted to help people.
I mean, you won't know until it happens.
So before we end the topic, ever had imaginary friends?
Oh, I
Hell
did.
yeah, Teddy and Freddie.
Teddy.
Zach?
I did. His name, y'all are gonna fucking
I
laugh.
cannot wait.
His name,
Levins?
Buzzda.
Buzzda. Fucking Buzzda.
Is
man.
that 2 words?
Kyle?
But I would never like. It's not like I'm sitting at like a little kid's table as a child and he's sitting across from me, and I would never imagine that. I would just be
Drinking
like
tea.
playing action figures, and I'd be like, "Hey, Buzzda, How does that feel? Like, I wouldn't even give a fuck. Like, I was just like,
Yeah, fuck you, imaginary
what's up,
friend.
Buster? And then I would just fucking go back to this shit. Like, I would never acknowledge the fact that that could possibly be, like... Some kids take that further than usual, I think. Like...
Teddy and Freddy, man.
What about you, Kyle?
Buster,
Never. I
dog.
don't have any memory of ever having an imaginary friend, but I had 2 brothers and we spent all time together, so it's not like I ever had a reason
I
to
had
do
2
that.
brothers and a sister. Still had imaginary
They're
friends.
like fucking so many years older than you, though.
Good catch, Buck.
They want to hang out with you. You need to make up one.
Yeah, I
Teddy
had
and Freddy, twins, bro.
I had one, but you know that's another story. Kevin,
I feel like I did, but I don't remember.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
if
you
there
have the
was.
orb now.
I was actually...
I got my buddy the orb.
I think I was pretty lucky to even, like, remember the name of mine. Because it
Motherfucking
was
Buzzda.
a long time ago. Buzzda. And I think I developed that name, obviously, from Buzz from Toy Story. But
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm going to end the topic because I really have to fucking pee.
Me too, dude.